I'm Andrew, and this is vlog number 2. Okay, so this week's topic is photography. For my lesson, I've decided to focus on shutter speed. This means that my students are going to have to change their camera settings to manual. Anyway, it is important for students who do photography to understand what all of the different settings are on the camera, how they work, and how, when they do change the settings, they can create some pretty cool looking photos. This activity is going to be set for students who are just starting out in photography, as it will be able to get them comfortable with having their settings set to manual. Okay, so 5 resources that I feel will help contribute to this lesson will be YouTube, different catalogues from various camera shops, a website called DP Review, the actual manual for the camera that the students will be using, and also a 5th one which I haven't thought of yet. So with having different shutter speeds, you are able to get some really interesting and amazing shots. The activity that I want the students to do is to find a location where there is a sole moving image with a still background. For example, a Ferris wheel or a merry-go-round. For my example, I have chosen to stand on a bridge and take photos of cars beneath me. The effect that I'm going for works best at night when there are lights involved. With the activity, I want the students to take the same shot anywhere between 6 to 8 times with different shutter speed lengths, ranging from anywhere to maybe 1/800th of a second, ranging all the way up to 20 seconds for one continuous shot. Okay, so it's really important when doing a shot like this to make sure that the students have a tripod. This will eliminate any excess shaking and give the clearest possible picture. My first reference is YouTube, specifically the video blogs of a guy named Gavin Hoey. Gavin regularly posts up video tutorials of different camera techniques, how to use the camera, and some great little tricks to create some really interesting types of photos. He demonstrates how your settings should be set for specific shots, and also goes out into the field to show what he's talking about. He also tells you how to get some great shots if you are a beginner to photography, or if you don't have the most expensive camera on the market. My second reference is various camera catalogues such as Ted's Camera House or Michael's Camera and Video Store in Melbourne. By getting the students to look at different catalogues, they can get an appreciation for how expensive photography is, plus also see what may make a camera more expensive than another. My third reference is the website www.dpreview.com, or Digital Photography Review. This is an excellent website that anyone can go to read other people's reviews of cameras and what the feedback has been on them. This website also allows you to see all of the specifications that a camera may have, and you are able to compare any 2 cameras with each other. This is great if you are in the market to actually buy a camera, or want to know what some of the differences are between some of the major camera brands, such as Canon and Nikon. My 4th reference is the manual for the camera that the students are using. In my case, it is the manual for the Canon 600D digital SLR. Without having a quick read of this, it will be very difficult to figure out how to change the shutter speed and to be able to navigate my way through the menus. My final reference is going to be Google, specifically typing into the search bar different shutter speeds. What I want with these images that come up is to inspire the students and give them some ideas on different things that they can take photos of that will give them a really good picture. From these results, the student should be able to see that some shutter speeds are longer or shorter than others, so there is no right or wrong length that they should set their camera to. The idea is that they play around with the settings and try to work out what is best for their shot. Okay, so let's go and see at what I was able to do with my photos. Okay. You're recording? Okay, good. Okay, so here I am on Chapel Street overlooking the Monash Freeway, and I'm going to start taking some photos of extended shutter speed. So I'm going to start off with 1/80th of a second. 2 is going to be 1/40th of a second. Does that make sense? 1/40th of a second. 1/40th of a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Once again, you just need to wait for traffic. Okay, the next shot's going to be 1/8th of a second. So from here you'll start to see things a little bit more blurry. I would also like to thank my sponsors, Starbucks. Okay, so for my last photo, I'm going to take a shutter speed of 20 seconds. So let's see how that turns out. Okay, so very happy with how that has all turned out, with all the photos that I've done with all the different shutter speeds. So it's now back to myself in the studio. Thanks, me. Well, that wraps up another week for photography. Stay tuned next time when I talk about something else.